Hey, welcome back, everyone. Time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes without commercials beginning right now. And first, let's head on over to meteorologist Elisa Raffa with our forecast first. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, guys. We are starting out with some clouds in Springfield this morning and a better view. We had some dense fog yesterday, not quite finding that in Springfield this morning. It is 71 degrees. You do, though, have some dense fog to the north, a quarter-mile visibility in Camdenton and a half a mile in Lake of the Ozarks. So just be careful there. We've got some showers creeping in from the west. They've been pretty light and focused near the I-49 corridor. Now we're starting to see some sprinkles get into Springfield, Nixa, Monette, and then down towards Branson. A big temperature difference again. You've got cooler 50s to the north and west, muggier 70s to the south and east. Big differences in dew point as well show us that it feels comfortable to the north and west, but it's still humid to the south and east. That's because we're still riding that strong cold front. As you homeschool today, you'll find some clouds out there early, some showers and rumbles of thunder possible this afternoon. That high gets to about 80 degrees in Springfield, but you'll find much cooler 60s and 70s to the north and west, warmer 80s to the south and east. Big temperature differences again tonight and much of the same tomorrow. Some showers, way cooler to the north and much warmer to the south. So we keep some spotty showers possible through Friday and Saturday as this front is stalled and pretty slow to move. You'll find that front exiting on Saturday. So we'll keep things cool going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with highs in the lower 80s. Overnight lows turn crisp in the middle and upper 50s by early next week. Guys.
New this morning, the Polk County Sheriff's Office needs your help in finding a missing man. Rick Lawson left his home yesterday morning to go fishing at Bolivar Landing, but did not return. His phone pinged to a location in Ozark later that night. He was driving a red 2013 Chevy there, and the license plate number too. It was 2NC542. If you have any information, call 911 or the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
It's been just under a month since fall classes started at Missouri State. Caller 10's Nigel McDonald met with a few freshmen and joins us live now to share their experiences so far. Nigel, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, well, good morning. I met with one international student who's a part of MSU's hockey team and another student who is from a small town here in Missouri. Now, both students tell me that it's taken some time to get used to the changes. Now, college freshmen are in a unique position this school year. Now, their senior year of high school was cut short, and their freshman year of college now involves social distancing and wearing a mask to slow the spread of COVID-19. MSU freshman Tyler Crane says the reality is lots of online classes and minimal social interactions. Crane spends most of her free time making YouTube videos for future MSU students and says she's had to get creative when it comes to meeting new people. Yeah, and so as I mentioned, you know, there's a lot of different changes going on. It took the students a while, but they said they're making the best of it. Again, as a reminder, MSU requires students, faculty, and staff to wear a mask in all buildings. There are certain exemptions, though, like while a student is eating or exercising in the indoor exercise facility. Reporting live in Springfield, Nigel McDonald, Ozarks First.
Springfield Public Schools Superintendent Dr. John Jungmann has announced his retirement from Missouri Public Education. He did that yesterday, just after he began his 7th year as superintendent there. He'll continue in this role through the end of the current school year. The announcement of his retirement comes just a couple of weeks after school began with its new COVID-19 re-entry plan, though he says that has nothing to do with this decision.
It's really not a COVID-related retirement or change in direction. If you look at my kind of career trajectory, you know, about every 5 years, I'm looking for a new challenge in life. No plan is going to please everyone. If you think about the reality of a re-entry plan, there are always critiques. There is no perfect plan. You know, I think every leader just has a season of leadership, and I've had 23 awesome years of serving students in Missouri.
He says he plans to stay in Springfield with his family. Not sure yet, though, what'll come next for him.
News from around the region. A Cox Health employee has died from the coronavirus. The hospital says 40-year-old Marie Brumball was a medical assistant at a Branson clinic. The source of her COVID-19 infection is unknown at this time. It could possibly be linked to the care of a positive patient or just being around the high number of cases in Taney County. A scholarship has been set up for Brumball's daughter, and Cox is reminding everyone of the seriousness of the virus and to continue social distancing.
More than 100 kindergartners in Harrison, Arkansas are home on a 14-day quarantine. The school district says the kids were exposed to an asymptomatic individual last week who tested positive for the coronavirus over the weekend. Each student was given the proper materials needed for at-home learning during this time.
Police in Fayetteville, Arkansas are saying some residents are misusing the city's mask hotline. The hotline was created in June to report groups of people or businesses blatantly disregarding the city's mask mandate. Officials say the hotline has been used more than 200 times since then, but that most of the calls are someone reporting an individual not wearing a mask as they walk down the street. The city's fire and police departments are working together on handling these calls.
We're just all trying to make this pandemic as least impactful on our community as we can. You know, since the beginning we've worked together on this. It's been our message. We're in this together, and we want to come out of this on the other side.
Sergeant Murphy says so far no citations have been issued.
A man is in custody after leading police on a car chase in one of their own vehicles. It happened in Pacific, Missouri, which is near St. Louis. The police department there responded to a crash on I-44. They took a driver into custody on suspicion of driving under the influence, but while in custody, he made his way into the driver's seat of the police car and drove west. Police were finally able to end the chase by laying down spike strips just west of Bourbon, Missouri. That's about 40 miles from where that chase began.
A weekly fishing trip for two men in their 80s turned tragic. One man was killed in the unusual accident at Lake Tishomingo in Jefferson County. According to authorities, the two men were in the car and were leaving when the driver got out to go back into the house, and that's when the car started going backwards. The 86-year-old passenger was unable to get out as the vehicle rolled into the lake. The Highway Patrol dive team found the vehicle and the deceased man in about 18 feet of water.
In some other local news for you, Marshfield's Board of Aldermen will be holding a meeting tonight to discuss a city-wide mask mandate. It's open for public comment, but if you want to speak, you need to show up between 6 and 7 tonight to get a ticket in order to do so. Those tickets are limited to the first 50 people that do arrive. The meeting starts at 6:30 at the Webster County Justice Center. If the ordinance is passed, it'll begin on September 15th and last until November 14th.
Ozarks Technical Community College is expanding its agriculture program with some donated livestock. The college is receiving 5 steers and 12 Dorper sheep later today, the first livestock in the program. The animals should arrive sometime between 3 and 3:30 today. A newly built 8,000 square foot training center at the Richwood Valley campus in Ozark is allowing the college to expand this program.
The city of Ozark is officially opening its new fire station later today. A dedication will kick off at noon with a ribbon cutting. Tours and an open house, of course, will follow. Masks are required for anyone, though, that wants to take that tour.
And now here's a look at what's coming up after daybreak.
Coming up, reaction after new recordings reveal President Trump downplayed the severity of coronavirus early in the crisis. Plus, how this mysterious sea creature could play a role in the fight against climate change. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
The old big trend happening right now. Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. Exactly. That's what it's about, right?
Are they the only team playing tonight? Like the only NFL team?
If you scroll down a little bit there, you'll see our Chiefs story that we had. But yeah, the Arrowhead is allowing some fans into the stadium. The defending champs always kick off the new season. So yes, the only game happening tonight.
So 22% allowed in the stadium. In the suites, though, 100% is allowed. Everyone is required to wear a mask. And those in the suites, because they're not outside, have to test negative before they can attend. And it's a saliva test. They were dropped off yesterday. They have to test negative before they can go into the suites today.
Football's here. What about our weather, though, for today?
We'll have that temperature around 80 degrees with some showers possible, much cooler up to the north and west. It'll be cold at Arrowhead.
All right, everyone, take a look out at MSU's campus. Thanks for watching here on Daybreak.